Witchcraft. It's a word that conjures up images, doesn't it? Maybe you picture pointed hats and bubbling cauldrons, or perhaps you think of spells and potions, whispered incantations under a moonlit sky. Whatever image comes to mind, witchcraft has fascinated and frightened humanity for centuries. But what exactly is witchcraft? It's the practice of magic, often using rituals and spells believed to harness unseen forces to influence events or people. Throughout history, different cultures have viewed witchcraft in various ways, from reverence to fear. The Bible, with its ancient wisdom, offers a clear perspective on witchcraft. It's a perspective woven into stories and laws, reflecting the beliefs and concerns of the times in which it was written. In this exploration, we'll delve into the Bible's stance on witchcraft. We'll examine specific verses, understand the historical context, and consider the relevance of these teachings in our modern world. The Bible doesn't shy away from addressing witchcraft. It speaks directly and definitively, condemning the practice in no uncertain terms. One of the most well-known passages is found in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 10 to 12. These verses list various occult practices, including divination, sorcery, and interpreting omens. The use of the word abomination leaves no room for ambiguity, highlighting the severity with which God views these practices. Exodus chapter 22, verse 18 echoes this sentiment with a straightforward command, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." This verse, often quoted in discussions about witchcraft, underscores the seriousness of engaging in such activities in the eyes of the Lord. The New Testament also weighs in on the matter. Galatians chapter 5, verses 19 to 21 includes sorcery and witchcraft in a list of works of the flesh, contrasting them with the fruit of the Spirit, such as love, joy, and peace. These verses, scattered throughout the Bible, paint a consistent picture. Witchcraft is forbidden, deemed incompatible with a life devoted to God. To truly grasp the Bible's stance on witchcraft, we must step back in time. Imagine the ancient world, a time when understanding the natural world was limited. People were often at the mercy of forces they couldn't explain. Droughts, famines, illnesses. In this context, those who claimed to have power over these unseen forces held significant sway. They were sought after for healing, for protection, for insight into the future. However, the Bible presents a different perspective. It emphasizes that true power and security come not from manipulating unseen forces, but from a relationship with God. Witchcraft then represented a turning away from God, a reliance on other sources of power that could lead people astray. Furthermore, the Bible was written during a time when various forms of paganism and idol worship were prevalent. Many of these practices involved rituals and beliefs that directly contradicted the worship of the one true God. Section 4. Why the prohibition? The heart of the matter. The Bible's condemnation of witchcraft stems from a deep concern for the spiritual well-being of God's people. It's not about controlling or restricting them, but about protecting them from harm. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 14 states, "For these nations which you are about to dispossess, listen to fortune-tellers and to diviners. But as for you, the Lord your God has not allowed you to do so." This verse suggests that engaging in witchcraft opened a door to spiritual influences that could lead people away from God and into harmful practices. The Bible emphasizes that true power and guidance come from God alone. Seeking knowledge or power through witchcraft was seen as a form of idolatry, a betrayal of the covenant relationship between God and his people. The Bible's message is clear: true fulfillment and security are found not in manipulating unseen forces, but in surrendering to the one true God. Section 5. Echoes through time, relevance today. Centuries have passed since the words of the Bible were first written, but the principles it lays out regarding witchcraft remain strikingly relevant. While our understanding of the natural world has expanded, the human heart's longing for knowledge, power, and control hasn't changed. We live in a world saturated with New Age practices, spiritualism, and occult fascination. While some may view these as harmless explorations of spirituality, the Bible urges caution. It reminds us that dabbling in the occult, even out of curiosity, can open doors to spiritual influences that are difficult to control. The Bible's message isn't meant to instill fear, but to guide us toward a life of true freedom and fulfillment. It encourages us to seek wisdom and guidance from God, the ultimate source of truth and power. Section 6, Conclusion, a timeless message. The Bible's teachings on witchcraft, though ancient, offer timeless wisdom for our modern world. They remind us that true power and security are found not in manipulating unseen forces, but in surrendering to the one true God. While cultural perceptions of witchcraft may shift and evolve, the Bible's message remains constant. Seek truth, seek wisdom, and seek God with all your heart. In doing so, we find not only protection from spiritual harm, but also a life filled with purpose, meaning, and lasting peace.